let's start with our first word. The first word, we don't see it, but we have the definition here and we have a picture over here. Let's see the definition. Let's take a look at the definition. The definition is the part. The part. There are many parts of a plant, but we're looking at maybe one part or a few different parts, right? I am a person. I have many parts, right? Just like a plant has many parts. So we're looking at the part of a plant that we eat. We eat the part of the plant. So sometimes we have this part of the plant over here, we eat that. Sometimes it's this part of the plant, or sometimes this part of a plant. They're different parts of a plant. We eat them. What do we call that? We call those vegetable. Vegetable. If you look at the word, it looks like vegetable, but no, we say vegetable. Everybody, vegetable. So it sounds like you don't say E. Vegetable. Vegetable. Don't say vegetable. Manio. Vegetable is very common. Vegetable. But there's an interesting point. When I see vegetable, I think fruit. So there's a question. What is the difference between vegetable and fruit? Igo hago, otoke torani, right? How are they different? It's very simple. Think about this. Fruit has seeds. If there are seeds in it, it's a fruit. Vegetable, no seeds. A vegetable does not have seeds, no seeds. So a fruit is a part of the plant, yes, but it's only one part of the plant. It's the part that has seeds. If it has seeds, it's a fruit. So an apple, cut open an apple. There are seeds. An apple is a fruit. Watermelon, mashita, right? You cut the watermelon, subak, right? Watermelon, you cut the watermelon, wow, many seeds. Watermelon is a fruit. Vegetable, a carrot, tangan, right? You cut the carrot. Where's the seeds? There's no seeds. Carrot is a vegetable. Okay? So that's how you know the difference between vegetable and fruit. But mostly in this lesson, we will talk about vegetables. Okay? The parts of the plant that we eat, many parts don't have seeds. So mostly we will talk about vegetables. Okay? Okay, let's go to the next word. The next word is the part. Remember, there's many parts of a plant. We're looking at one part. The part of a plant that makes seeds. It's the part of the plant that makes the seeds before the fruit, right? It's the part of the plant that makes the seeds before it becomes a fruit. What part is it? Look at the picture. There are many pretty what? We have yellow, we have purple. What are they? Of course, we say they are flowers. Flower. Be careful, this is a little himdero, a little difficult to pronounce. F and L, right? F and L. Oh, very difficult combination. F, fa, and L, la. Put them together. Flower, flower. That's not so hard. Flower, flower. It's the part of the plant that makes seeds. The flowers make seeds. Okay, let's move on to our next word. The next word we can see, wow, looks really bright here, right? Very green. This is the flat green part of a plant. And there are many, right? A plant has many of these. What do we call this one? One of them, what do we call it? We call it a leaf. Leaf. Here we have L and F at the end, right? Now they're apart. But L, remember L, la, 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 la. Put your tongue behind your teeth on the top, la, leaf. And then F for F, leaf, leaf. That's only one leaf. But a plant has many. So how do we make it plural? We say many leaves. Many leaves, leaves, leaves. Okay? So if it's one, just one, we say it's a leaf. But of course, a plant has many. You look at a plant, you see many leaves on a plant. The flat green part of a plant, usually green. Sometimes they're yellow, sometimes they're orange, right? Depends, but usually they're green. The green parts of a plant. Okay, now we're on the next part of the plant, and this part, we can't see it, right? We can't see that part of the plant because it's underground. Underground, let me write that for you. Underground, right? This is the ground. This is the ground. It's under the ground. Underground. It's underground. The part of a plant that grows. It grows down in the dirt. It's in the dirt, right? In the dirt, it's underground. So what part of this plant is it? What do we say? What's the word there? We say that part of the plant is called the root. Root, right? Strong word. Of course, the roots are strong because they have to be strong because they hold the plant in the ground, right? These roots, we can't see them unless we pull the plant out, right? We pull the plant out of the ground, then we can see the roots. We can see the roots, right? But one root, many roots, okay? So root, root, right? Strong word, root. Okay, what's our next word? Okay, our next word, we're talking about a different part of the plant. This is this part right here. Actually, it's this whole piece right here, right? That whole thing. We're talking about that part of the plant now. Now, it's the part of a plant that holds the plant up. It holds the plant up, right? It supports the rest of the plant. It's kind of like my body, right? My trunk of my body holds my body up, right? But this part, we don't usually say trunk for a small plant. We can say what? Stem. Stem. Yes, we can say trunk for a tree, but this is a small plant. We say stem. Stem. Many plants, all plants, have a stem. The stem is like the body of a plant, right? It's like the body of a plant. It's their body, right? Some bodies are thin, some bodies are thick, right? So these are the stems of the plant, right? Some of them are thick and big, some of them are very thin and not so strong, but they are called stems. Stem, the stem of a plant, the part that holds the plant up. Okay, the next one is the part of a plant that grows into a new plant. We talked about this part before. We've mentioned it several times already. We're looking at this very small piece of the plant. That piece, that part will fly away on the wind. It'll fall in the ground and a new plant will grow. Okay? So that's just one type of plant. Of course, there are many types of these. Sometimes people eat them, right? And they throw them away in different places and a new plant will grow. What are we talking about? We're talking about the seed. The seed. The seed of a plant. Remember when we talked about fruits and vegetables? Where is the seed? The seed is in the fruit. But not all plants have fruit. Some plants there's no fruit. Like this plant here, there's no fruit because the seeds break off and fly away on the wind. But many plants grow fruit. The seeds are in them because animals eat the fruit and they eat the seeds too. And they walk away and they go to the bathroom somewhere else. But the seeds are in that, and the seeds will grow in a different location. And those are seeds, okay? So plants have many ways to spread their seeds. Okay. Now we've come here to this type of plant. We're talking about a type of plant. A long orange vegetable. So it's a vegetable. You can see it right here. You know what that is, right? We can only see part of it, but we know what the rest of it is. The rest of it is underground, right? And what did we call that? This, of course, is called the carrot, right? Before I said tangun, right? Tangun, one of the first words I learned in Korean, because carrots are very common. They're good for you. Carrots are very good for your eyes. You eat many carrots, you have good eyesight. I don't know what happened with me. I think I read too much. But if you eat many carrots, you have good eyesight, okay? But carrots are long orange vegetable. They're very good for you. Okay. Now, here we have an action. It's not a noun. We're looking for a verb, an action. To put food into your mouth and chew and swallow. Swallow it. So you chew it and you swallow it. Actually, you do three things, right? First, you put it in your mouth. That's first. Second, you chew it. And third, you swallow it, right? Make sure you chew before you swallow. Don't just put and gulp. Chew, right? Don't be so fast. Take your time. Chew your food well. But there's three actions, right? To put food in your mouth, chew it, and then swallow it. What are we talking about? Of course, we're talking about to eat. Eat, okay? So when we eat, that's what we're doing. We're actually doing three things. Put food in your mouth, chew it, and then swallow. Of course, we can also talk about the different times, right? Present tense, past tense, right? And past participle, okay? So when we talk about present tense, eat, eat. That's what we're doing now. What will we do now? Let's eat. Let's go eat, okay? And that's also a little bit of future, right? Let's eat. I want to eat now. You're talking about the present time or just a little bit in the future. What about ate? Eat, ate. I ate breakfast. Did you eat breakfast? Yes, I ate breakfast. I hope you ate breakfast, right? But you're talking about eaten a long time ago, right? I have eaten, or I've done something before, right? I have eaten breakfast. I have eaten. Have you ever eaten eggs for breakfast, right? So if you're talking about if you ever did something in your life, you have done it. You have eaten eggs, okay? So eat, ate, eaten. One more time. Eat, ate, eaten. Those are the different verb forms of this verb to eat. By the way, you should eat breakfast every day, right? Always eat breakfast. I ate breakfast today. I hope you ate breakfast today. Okay, our next word is another type of vegetable. Another type of vegetable. We saw carrot before. That's one type of vegetable. But now we have another type of vegetable. And this is the picture. You know this one, right? This is very common. Round, white. They're white. Maybe a little yellow, but usually white vegetables that grow in the dirt. They grow underground, just like the carrot, right? What do we call these vegetables? We call them potato. Potato, right? You know, of course, 감자, right? 감자. Potato is very, very common. And of course, we know potatoes as potato chips, right? Potato chips are very common too, made from potatoes. And I just gave you, of course, when you talk about plural, say potatoes. Potatoes. With the E, we add ES at the end. It is potatoes. Potatoes. So potatoes, of course, are very common. You probably eat them maybe every day. If not every day, then probably many times a week, right? I'm sure you eat potatoes very often, okay? Okay, let's move on. Now, this is also very common, especially with Korean dishes, right? I really like bulgogi, right? And I like, when I eat bulgogi, I use this to put the bulgogi in. What do we call this? A plant with large green leaves. It has many large green leaves. Okay, what do we call it? In English, we say it's lettuce. Lettuce. Now, lettuce is very similar to another vegetable we call cabbage. But cabbage is very similar, but lettuce is not so heavy. Lettuce is lighter, it's thinner, and it tastes a little bit better. Lettuce is a different kind, but cabbage, they're very close. They're like brothers, right? They're like sisters. They're very close. But lettuce or cabbage. Lettuce, of course, is very common. We use it in salads. Of course, in many Korean dishes, you can use it to eat with meat. I like to put the meat, the rice, the garlic, the onion, and the doenjang, right? Mana, 좋아요, 맛있어요, right? But we use the lettuce in many different ways, okay? We say lettuce, lettuce. It almost sounds like let us go, but it doesn't mean that, right? It's lettuce, lettuce. And that is a plant with large green leaves. Okay, here we have another type of plant that we eat, right? We eat these things right here. These actually are seeds, right? But in this case, they're soft and they're good for you. The seed of a pea plant that we eat. The seed of a pea plant that we eat. Remember, pea plant, right? That's very easy because we say pea, right? It's a pea. Peas, eat your peas. Peas are very good for you. Now, usually we don't eat the seeds of a plant, like apple seeds. Here, they're very hard, right? Ugh, they don't taste good. But we can eat peas, the seeds of a pea plant. We eat those very often. So sometimes we can eat seeds, but sometimes we don't eat the seeds, right? But in the case of peas, we eat the seeds. Okay, it's part of the plant that we eat. Okay, our next word is a verb. To have an odor. That's a verb, right? A verb. When we see to do something, we're talking about a verb. To have an odor. An odor, that means I can sense it with my nose. Right? There are good odors. That's nice. And there are bad odors. 냄새 나빠요, right? Bad odors. So, to have an odor, what is the word? What is going on here? We say that this is smell. Smell. To have an odor is to smell. There's two ways you can use this verb. One way is this, the flower smells. So in this case, the flower smells. That's a good odor. But sometimes there's a bad odor. For example, my socks smell. Smell. My sock, what is a sock? You say 양말, right? So sock is like this. It smells, right? Don't smell that. Smell. It smells. My socks smell. That's one way. Another way you can use this is I smell. I smell. I smell what? My sock? No! Yuck! That's horrible, right? I smell a flower. That's much better. I smell a flower. Much better, right? Don't smell your socks. Ugh, right? That's terrible, right? So my socks smell. It has an odor. It gives an odor. Some good odors and some bad odors, right? My socks smell. Or I smell a flower. So there's two ways you can use this verb. Some things smell, or people or animals smell something. So there's two ways. The flower smells. The boy smells the flower. Two ways, right? Okay, so smell, very interesting verb.